Hello, friends. Good evening. A very, very good morning. Good evening to all of you, all young and dedicated CA fraternity of ICAI. And dear members, it's our, proud and privilege that this year, with the vision of our president, CA Aniket Talati, we have added young members and to this committee, and the committee has been revamped and named as Women and Young Members Excellence Committee. Friends, it was last year Women Members Empowerment Committee, and our president, being one of the youngest president of ICI, he thought that the young members also are really great, and they also need a separate learnings and a lot of activities also for the betterment of this young age. And when we had an interaction and the committee meeting, we suggested to our president, me as well as the vice chairman, that we all are empowered and we do not want much empowerment. And that's why the committee name should be renamed as Women and Young Members Excellence Committee. And the proposal has been put up in the management committee. And last 2 days, we had the council meeting also and has been accepted by the council. And now it has been Women and Young Members Excellence Committee. And that is what we want to excel. And I'm sure the youth power and the energy, what you all have, we really will excel. And the thought process for this committee, friends, we are in the 75th year of our nation, and we have on 1st July, we are entering 1st July 23, we are entering at the 75th year of ICAI. And we are actually taking and having a lot of activities for our members and students. And for WYMEC, we have started this series, today being the first day. We are starting up with weekly sessions. The weekly sessions are structured in that fashion that every Friday, 4 to 6, we will be meeting to all of you, and we will have the session which are actually useful to the young members. Friends, we have our MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, and MRA with 44 countries in the world, where there are a lot of opportunities. At present, we have 350,000 chartered accountants, 30,000 plus chartered accountants are abroad. And we have a lot of opportunities in India as well as in abroad, whether it is in industry or practice or entrepreneurship. There are a lot of opportunities. So everything together we are bringing on the table, sharing the knowledge and experience of youth for all of you. So once in a month, we have structured a session that the countries from the abroad will come and share their experience and the opportunities in these countries, whether the Western countries or South countries, across the countries, whether it is SAFA or CAPA or IFAC, across all the countries, we will be sharing the experience and the opportunities over there. Once in a while, we will have the panel discussions relating to various areas of excellence, whether it is investment banking or valuation, or whether it is in practice or capital market or IBC or interest of your area. So these are the broad structure. With this ICI coming to 75th year, we are also planning some ICAI plays across country, and we are planning 75 plays across country, CA ki dunia. So these are all broad things we are planning. And friends, this is a platform given to all of you to share your knowledge either as a faculty or become the moderators in the session. And I request all of you to please Please suggest your name to become the faculty or moderator in this series. With these few words, let us open this session. And this we had planned a lot, whether it is Deep Chheda or Nitisha or Gautam Mota or Yogesh Bhanushali. We had formed one group where a lot of things have been planned. We are planning to open this group for all of you. So today we have with us, along with these two moderators who are there in the group, Kenil Shah and Kevin Doshi also, and our most popular faculty for the branding in social media, CA Shraddha Dedia, who has taken lot of sessions at young age. And today she will share specifically for young members how the branding and the social media should be used. So, Shraddha, on behalf of ICAI and WYMEC, will welcome you over here. Very soon, our Vice President ICI will come and address to all of you. At present, he is busy, so I have requested just now to please come. So, anytime, any moment, he will be joining the session to share his vision. Our Vice Chairman, Abhay Chhajer, also will be joining soon. In the meantime, let us begin this series on this eve of Saturday. And I wish all of you the very happy learning and give your suggestions. We are open for all your suggestions relating to the betterment of the profession, well-being of our young fraternity. It is our endeavor to serve the best to our young fraternity of ICAI. With these words, I open it, and my special thanks to our office, CA Shanu Goel, the secretariat, and she always working hard along with her team Ruchi and Jaya, who always give support, whether it is Saturday, Sunday, or weekday. We are working 24 by 7, 365 days for ICI for the betterment of our members and students. With these words, let us open this series, and I request moderators to please carry on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Preeti ma'am, for such a inaugurating speech and addressing the crowd. I will take this moment to now introduce our speaker for the event, CA Shraddha Dedia. She has over 8 years of experience in indirect tax, finance, speaking, and training professionals. She has been the master of the very topic which we are picking up today about the social media. She is currently working with a startup as an associate director, and she has won numerous accolades and mementos from various events conducted by ICAI, regional council, study circles, and has been a crucial element to add value to the clients by using a social media in a very right way, such that it increases the visibility of the clients and helps in digital branding. Over to you, Shraddha Dedia ma'am, for this. Looking forward to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you. So before Shraddha starts, the branding which we have started, friends, you all are the brand ambassadors of the institute. And what you think, what you speak about ICI, the same brand comes to all of you. If you speak high about ICI, your value is also high, and accordingly, your package also. So always speak high, always see that you always say speak positively, write positively for ICAI in the social media. And since last year we have started the branding. I am I in ICAI. So we all are I of ICAI. So over to Shraddha.
Thank you, Preeti ma'am, for such wonderful opening words. I think what you said totally makes sense. ICAI has given us what we really wanted to achieve. It has given us name which our parents are proud about. So we need to make sure that we do not speak anything about ICAI on social media that can bring disregard to the institute or to the profession as whole. So throughout this session, I'm going to share strategies on various social media, how we can build a digital brand, but within the code of ethics. Now, ICAI has given us code of ethics, and I feel that we should totally respect the code of ethics that are set by ICAI and not do anything that violates the code of ethics. So throughout the session, whenever I'm giving examples, I have made sure that code of ethics are not violated, and I will also appeal all the members here during this session that even after this session, the strategies that you learn and you implement, code of ethics should not be violated. With this, I will be sharing my screen. Yeah, I hope it is visible now.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, the session is all about branding yourselves. And in fact, I would say it's about digital branding, giving a digital push to CA. So, from being a CA to a digital CA. Now, people here, or when I speak to chartered accountants, they would always have this perception that our code of ethics does not allow us to be active on social media or write posts on social media. That is only a perception. We say with power comes responsibility. So if you responsibility post on social media, everything is allowed. There is nothing that ICAI, is telling us that you should not do. But of course, it should be within the code of ethics. And I will give you strategies in the session which will help you to brand yourselves on various social media. As a chartered accountant, it is very important for us to be branded on social media. I will give a simple example. जब हम doctors की बात करते हैं, तो we identify them as skin specialist or say heart specialist, brain specialist. But for us, it has always been chartered accountant. But now in last few years, I have seen that through branding, people have started targeting their audience that they wanted to. So that is how digital branding will help you to recognize yourself on various social media. Before we begin, few quick disclaimer. We have prepared this PPT. I have prepared this PPT considering the code of ethics in mind. But if you have any other views, you can consider it that way. Not at all connected with any of the digital platforms that I will be discussing here, except that I'm the user and beneficiary of these platform and amazing features. And the features that I will be sharing here are, something that I've learned over the time. So there is no thumb rule कि LinkedIn पे ऐसा ही करना है या Twitter पे ऐसा ही करना है. But if you use these features, I'm sure it will benefit you in the long run to brand yourselves. We'll quickly go to introduction. So before we even begin, and as and when I feel relevant provisions of COE are to be discussed here, I will highlight them here. So the first schedule, part 1, says chartered accountant in practice shall be deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct if he solicits clients or professional work. So basically what they are trying to say is, आप social media पे जा सकते हो, you can even post about recent happenings that are happening on income tax portal or GST portal. You can discuss about all of that. You can give updates to the members, but nowhere you should come and say that come and take these services from me. That is kind of marketing or selling of services, and that is totally not allowed as per code of ethics. Use of designations. So it says that it is improper for a CA in practice to state in his professional documents that he is income tax consultant, cost accountant, or management consultant. So you can just basically write CA. Designation CA is allowed. Mention of name is again allowed. You can use the prefix CA on social media. काफी लोग को एक ये रहता है कि I'm not sure if I want to use the designation or prefix CA on social media. yes, you can use, but if you are using that prefix, make sure you are respecting what you are using, so that you are not bringing disrepute to the profession. Okay, we okay. So now we will begin with what is branding basically. So brand is nothing but how the outside world perceives you or your company or your business or your profession. Basically, branding is something that you do not speak, but somebody else will come and speak about you, or when someone else will come and recognize. That is what branding is. So, this is where there comes a difference between marketing and branding. Marketing is all about, I will go on social media and I will say, oh, come see, I am master of these services, or I'm doing this or that. But brand is something different. This is where the outside world will come and say, because I'm giving regular updates on specific topics, or I'm giving them knowledge about specific topics. And that is how they will recognize me as a brand. Branding is the process of designing and building a unique, memorable brand. The creative strategic process of telling the potential clients, customers, what your profession, business is all about. So basically, what you are trying to do is, up, say you are an expert in providing services on GST on healthcare. So through what branding means is, on various social media, what you can do is you can continuously keep posting updates or giving them knowledge about how healthcare services work, what is the GST impact on it. That is how strategic it is. So people will automatically recognize you as a brand, and they will know that you are someone who is an expert into all this. So you are not violating code of ethics because you are not marketing about it. You are just sharing important updates in a very strategic way and telling the potential clients what your business is all about. And digital branding is how you design and build your brand through various social media available or digital modes available. So basically, it is a combination of digital marketing, but we cannot market. So it is a combination of digital marketing and internet branding to develop your brand online on various social media and social media platforms. Excuse me. So now, when I spoke about digital branding and what is branding, one thing that I'm sure everyone would have in mind is why digital branding is important. Why it is important for me as a chartered accountant to be on social media and brand myself. I'm sure many of us would have this perception in mind that chartered accountant will definitely work on word of mouth, and when people एक से सर्विस लिया तो वो दूसरे को जाके बोलेगा that they are providing good services. That is completely true. I'm not saying it is wrong, but again, we live in digital world. I will give a simple example. When say you have a wedding in your family and someone says that they want to and you approach someone कि मुझे कोई अच्छा photographer, videographer refer करो. That someone will refer you a videographer, photographer who is like say best in India. But you as a potential client will still want to go and check his or her work on say Instagram, YouTube, or ask him to share his work. Because these days word of mouth will definitely work, but if you go and see how that photographer or videographer is, if you can get to see his work on say YouTube, you will be totally satisfied that, oh, I want to avail services. So that is why branding yourselves is important, though word of mouth is equally important. Now, why branding is important? Firstly, it makes interaction very easy. So when I'm on any digital mode, say it could be now we are connected currently here. So what happens is interaction becomes easy. Say we are connected on LinkedIn, and if you want to ask me something, though you are not in Mumbai, I'm in Mumbai, you could be somewhere in Delhi or Kolkata, interaction becomes easy because it is just on a click of it. So that's why digital branding is important. It gives you global market. I can be here, I can brand myself, and you never know, you can get clients who are not from Mumbai but are from any other city across the world or India. it gives you flexibility. So when you are using a digital mode or digital platform, your audience has flexibility. Say आपने एक audio बना के रख दिया on some topic and you put it on Audible, you've done a podcast of it. Your audience may not get time to read about it, but while they are traveling, they can anytime listen or hear about it. So it gives the audience flexibility. They can connect with you on social media anytime while traveling or while they are in office, which was not true when we were using traditional branding modes like newspaper or any written form. Analytics and tracking results become very easy. On any social media, you will have option to track your analytics, track your results, and you will have various analytics available on the click of it. So you know after downloading it, uh, on what posts you are getting more interactions, कहाँ से लोग आ रहे हैं, who are your audience who are liking your post, because it gives a detailed analytics on it. And cost effective. Basically, any social media that I will be talking about here is cost effective. It is free. And what you need to invest is just your time and effort to build your brand on these social media. Now, after having said all of it and after discussing the importance of digital branding, what we will be discussing here is the modes of digital branding that are available to us. Sorry. So, what are the various modes of digital branding available? And again, under these modes, what are the social media platform? So, this is like an indicative list which is mostly used. There could be other list or maybe other social media that you are using, but this is an indicative list that I've presented here and which I will be talking about. So, the first one is search engine optimization, wherein we cover website and Google My Business account. I will be discussing about it in the later slides. Then we have social media available. So we have LinkedIn and Twitter, which are the most used amongst us. Then we have Quora, which chartered accountants, practicing chartered accountants, what I have seen, they're not very active on this specific platform. But after discussing the benefits of being active on Quora, I'm sure most of you will start using Quora after the session. Then we have Facebook, WhatsApp for business, again, which we are using in and out. But I will be sharing few strategies here that you can implement on these platforms. Then we have content branding, which includes blogs, writing books, journals, or now these days, you can write articles on various social media. There are platforms where you can write. Institute has also given us opportunity wherein you give them articles and then they post it and you get you get a really good visibility and your brand is built by all of this. Then you have audiovisual branding, which includes webinars, seminars, then YouTube channels, podcast, and Twitter Spaces and Clubhouse, which is again in use these days. And we will be discussing what all of these are, why these are important for building a brand, and what are few quick strategies to be active on all of these brands. Search engine optimization. Now, basically, I wanted to make this session very interactive, wherein audience should also, while I'm talking, they should also think amongst themselves what exactly they know about it. So y'all can take a minute and see if y'all know about it. Of course, we are not live or here, so we cannot directly interact. But I'm sure in a minute, y'all should be able to get time to think over it, what search engine optimization is, or do you have an idea about it? Okay, so without even taking much of time, I'll be discussing what search engine optimization is. So SEO is used these days in and out. And हम लोग काफी बार सुनते हैं SEO correct नहीं है, SEO ठीक नहीं है. What exactly SEO is? SEO is the practice of utilizing specific goal-oriented strategies to your site ranking high in search results pages. Basically, search engine optimization में क्या होता है? There are specific words that you should use, whether you are using it on your websites, on your social media. But वो words जब आप use करोगे, your search would be ranking high wherever people are searching you. For example, say you are a practicing chartered accountant in a specific area called Andheri in Mumbai. But आपने कहीं पे भी अंधेरी एड्रेस में लिखा नहीं है, neither on your website nor on social media. So जब कोई जाके सर्च करेगा चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स इन अंधेरी पोटेंशियल क्लाइंट्स, आपका रिजल्ट नहीं आने वाला, because you have not used goal oriented words that you should use. Now this is nowhere I'm trying to say that it is violation of code of ethics, because what you are doing is you are just using specific words where you have to use it. So आपने violation नहीं किया है, but अगर वो चीज आपने नहीं की है, तो when you want people to search you with that word, they will definitely not be able to search you. So that is one example. Second could be that you want to establish yourself as, say, I gave an example, someone who is expert in providing services on healthcare, GST on healthcare services. अगर आपने वेबसाइट पे वो लिखा ही नहीं है, you've just written providing GST services. These days what we do is, वेबसाइट हम किसी को बनाने दे देते हैं, जिसके पास एक स्टैंडर्ड ड्राफ्ट होता है जहाँ पे वो रहता है कि सर्विसेज, हाँ तो टैक्स सर्विस, TDS सर्विस, GST सर्विस. बट हैव यू टेकन एफर्ट्स and put on your website what exactly you wanted? See, if I am a potential client, someone who is into healthcare, मैं definitely जाके ऐसा search करूंगी that I want a chartered accountant who provides services to someone in healthcare. So अगर वो word ही आपने use नहीं किया है, then your SEO is not really well managed. So that is why it becomes important that your search engine is optimized. You use words that are specific and target oriented on any mode, digital mode that you are using. ICAI has laid down website guidelines, which is very important for everyone of us to go through. And whenever I take sessions, I will always say that even though I'm sharing with you strategies on social media, it is equally important to respect what ICAI has laid down and act accordingly. So ICAI has laid down guidelines which says that it should be on pull mode and not push mode. We cannot circulate data. So I have given snippets of it. You should definitely visit the whole guidelines, read about it, and then when you are revamping your website, you should make sure that all of that is not violated in any way. What I have highlighted here is you can definitely consider having a chatbot option on your website. This helps because someone who is visiting your website for the first time, what they can do is they can quickly, if a live agent is not available, chat box is there. You can easily collect data from them, asking them questions like, what are you looking for? How can you help? How can we help you today? That gives the user a very good experience. So I've seen जहाँ पे live chat box होता है, even not live, but at least a bot of chat box, it becomes easy for user as they get a really good experience. Then you can collect the data and anytime reach out to them. Now we will talk about website. So before even, if you have a website or you do not have a website, these are the questions or these are the considerations you should always keep in mind. What is the purpose of your website? The purpose is not to sell services or products. Products we don't deal into, but your purpose is not to sell services. Website पे जाके आप ऐसा नहीं लिख सकते कि आप हमसे ये service लो. The purpose is to list the services that you are providing, and this will give you branding. If you go and put on your website, you give, you take services of GST from us and TDS services will be done free by us. All of that is selling, and that is not how you build your brand. And that is not something, that is something that will violate code of ethics. So that should not be done. Describe your target audience. The target audience should always be described. So मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया सर्च इंजन में that if you are concentrating say GST and healthcare services, so somewhere you should mention on your website what is it. But do not use words like we are expert in providing these services. That is not allowed. But you can just list that service that you are providing GST on healthcare services. What are your core values? वो सब आप वेबसाइट में लिखो, because standard draft होता है वेबसाइट पे, that is not going to me. If I am a potential client, if I land into a website and I see that ये तो standard ही है, जो बाकी लोग करते थे वही है, so I may not find it very convenient to reach out to you. I may not find it very attractive to reach out to you. What you want your visitors to do after reaching the websites, that also becomes very important. So जब आप एक स्टैंडर्ड वेबसाइट बनाने दे देते हो किसी को कि हाँ भाई ये लो, आपके पास ये ड्राफ्ट है, वही ड्राफ्ट यूज करके आप वेबसाइट बना लो, that is not going to help you in long run. Basically what you should try and do is you should make sure that what you want your visitors to do, either you want to brand yourself or you want to take your services, you should make sure कि वो वेबसाइट पे कहीं ना कहीं आता है, but not with an intent to sell the services. So what your current competitors, now we cannot use the word competitors openly in fraternity, because that's not really we treat everyone fellow professionals and not competitors, but just to make this PPT convenient, I mean सबको easily समझे, that's why I've used this word. But it's not competitor but fellow professional. What your fellow professional website has that you do not have is also something that you should take care. So you should study certain websites, understand why this is better than yours, and put in efforts. Basically what I'm trying to say is आप भी efforts डालो, किसी को अगर दे रहे हो तो ऐसा नहीं है कि बस वो कर लेगा, you should also put in efforts. So this is an example that I always give. बेसिकली आप मान लो ये दो वेबसाइट है यहाँ पे, ठीक है जी, ये दो स्टोर्स है ना, अब मान के चलो दीज आर टू वेबसाइट्स. सो वन इज लुई विटन व्हिच नोज दैट उनका टारगेट ऑडियंस क्या है, एंड दे हैव ऑर्गेनाइज्ड एवरीथिंग वेरी वेल. दे हैव वेरी लिमिटेड प्रोडक्ट्स एंड दे हैव पुट ओनली दोज प्रोडक्ट्स. ऑन द अदर हैंड वी हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड द टारगेट, जहाँ पे दे हैव पुट hundreds of products and everything is put on the website. Now, if I come and tell you कि आपको दोनों में से क्वालिटेटिव सर्विस चाहिए तो आप किसके पास जाओगे? क्वालिटेटिव प्रोडक्ट बाई करना है तो आप किसके पास जाओगे? आई एम श्योर यू विल से लुई विटन. व्हाई? फर्स्टली मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया कि दे हैव वर्कड ऑन द टारगेट ऑडियंस. दे नो कि उनको स्पेसिफिक सर्विसेज ही देने हैं एंड उन्होंने वही सर्विसेज वेबसाइट पे डाले हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि भाई सब डाल दो फिर देख लेंगे, वो आया तो बोलेंगे नहीं हमारा एक्सपर्टीज ये है, बट हमने वेबसाइट पे रखा है बिकॉज इफ समवन कम्स वी विल सी व्हाट टू डू अबाउट इट. इफ यू वांट टू ब्रांड योरसेल्फ यू नीड टू मेक श्योर कि आप टारगेट ऑडियंस जो है उसको क्या सर्विस देने हैं आइडेंटिफाई करो, व्हाट इज योर नीश एंड देन पुट इट ऑन योर वेबसाइट. डू नॉट लाइक मेस इट अप बाय पुटिंग एवरीथिंग दैट यू वांट टू. So ऐसा नहीं है, there are clients who will want to buy from the Target also. There are clients who will want to buy from the Louis Vuitton also. But if you want to build a brand, you know what kind of website you should choose. And I will, of course, I will leave it to you. But this was just an example to show you what exactly clients come and see and how they are attracted to your website in a similar way how they are attracted to some stores. Now, what makes a good website? So, of course, first thing is that it should be definitely mobile friendly and easy to navigate. These days, clients use websites on mobile. So, काफी बार हम क्या बहुत पहले अगर हमने बना के रख दिया है तो वो वेबसाइट डेफिनेटली लैपटॉप पे बहुत अच्छे से ओपन होगा, बट व्हेन यू ओपन इट ऑन मोबाइल इट इज नॉट वेरी इजी टू नेविगेट. सो अगर आपका वेबसाइट ऐसा है, प्लीज आस्क वन और टू ऑफ योर फ्रेंड्स to just give you reviews about it, how your website is, how the user interface is if you open it on a phone. Should answer basic questions. मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया, it should know what your niche is. If you have not highlighted that in your website, there's no point in even building a website. What information and tools you provide. even that is something that is definitely important for all of us. Basically, you should build your niche, bring your niche on your website. That is something which is just a moment. Also quite important for us. Then it should be optimized for SEO. हमने SEO के बारे में बहुत सारा डिस्कस किया in the previous slides. So we know that we should optimize it. We should add correct location. We should add correct services that we are providing. We should know what our audience is. We should use such words and put it on the website. Only then it will give good results when people search for you. So say if you are someone who is located in Malad, in Mumbai, अगर कोई सर्च करता है चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स इन मलाड, क्या आपका नाम आ रहा है इसमें? If not, you should know why is it not coming. You might have used it at one place but not at other place, and you should work on it. So again, I'm not saying that ये paid post है, अब किसी को पैसा दो. That is not allowed. What you should do is you should only put it in different way and target it so that people so that your search will improve in a very good way. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry, I was down with cough. It should also have professional looks. So, I mean, being fancy and all is okay, but we are professionals. And if you have a website, it should not be like very loud. We should definitely have a professional website. Now, these are something which, again, before I said that these are tips and tricks that have helped many chartered accountants with whom I shared these tricks. But it depends on you. What year I am with the purpose I have come is to share what has been useful to others. So you can consider these, and trust me, if you work on 4 of this, just see, and for a month, just track your website traffic. It is going to be definitely better than it was before. Most importantly, if you are optimizing it for search engine. Now, Google My Business. Since I do not have an interactive platform here, but when I've taken this session, I've asked people questions about it. How many of chartered accountants actually have a Google My Business account? And trust me, only 20 to 30% people said that they do actually have a Google My Business account. Google My Business account is absolutely the first thing that you should do if you are a practicing chartered accountant. It is free and there is nothing that is violating code of ethics if you are having a Google My Business account. What happens is, so I will just take you through some Google My Business account. We will just search something. So I have a colleague with whom I take sessions. If I search about, he is a practicing chartered company secretary. So if I search JMJ and Associates, यहाँ पे if you can see on the right side, what you see is what Google My Business account lets you do. I think I've not shared the whole screen. Anyway, you can, I'm sure if you search about Google My Business account, you will know what exactly Google My Business account is. And in the next slide, I'm just showing you. So if I search JMJ and Associates, यहाँ पे right side पे what you see is what Google My Business account lets you post. So it gives you a definite result. No, अगर कोई जाके ढूंढ रहा है और उनको कुछ ऐसा मिल ही नहीं रहा है, which they should get, तो there are chances that they will not even come and approach you. उसके पहले वाले slide में देखते हैं. So I have another friend who has a practicing this thing called Khandor and Associates. When I search about him, he does not have a Google My Business account, and we get some random search results. So that is why it is important to have a Google My Business account. It improves your search engine. Google My Business account is something that is developed by Google itself. उनका ही ऐप है. तो Google के और जितने भी apps होते हैं, it could be YouTube, Google Maps, anything, उसमें अपने आप आपका लिस्ट हो जाता है. If you have a Google My Business account. So if you are writing something, say chartered accountant in Google My Business account, and कोई मैप में ढूंढता है, तो they will get your results because it is linked to Google. It will improve your search engine. It will build a brand because वहाँ पे you have an option that your clients, your employees can actually come and review about you. They can give you stars. You can see your, they can give you stars there. They can review about you. And now this is not something on pull mode. आप क्लाइंट के पास जाके उनको नहीं बोलोगे कि मुझे आके रिव्यू दो या स्टार्स दो, बट दे विल कम and they will themselves do it for you. That is allowed. So that will make it easy, will help you build a brand. You can add photos and videos to your Google My Business account, like it could be your office infra or some kind of celebrations or anything. वो सब भी allowed है. It will again help you to improve your search engine optimization. You can get valuable insights because it gives you lot of reports. Google My Business में आपको बहुत सारे reports मिलते हैं, analytics मिलते हैं कि किसी ने क्या जाके search किया, तब जाके आपका search Google में दिखा. So again, that is very helpful. वहाँ पे you have an option wherein you can list your website or your phone number. So for client, it becomes easy to get in touch with you. You can list your hours or operations as well, and it shows prominent in the search results. As I said, like in this example, यहाँ पे एक search में prominently दिखेगा. Google My Business account is very easy. आपको googlemybusiness.com पे जाना है and वहां से you can create your account. It takes some 21 days to get yourself verified, and once that is done, your Google My Business account is active. It has a lot of features that you can use. You can add your website, how you can reach there, your number, and of course, as I said, reviews can be added by your client. Spoke about search engine optimization. The next thing that I will speak here about is social media branding. So social media branding is nothing but using various social media available to us. So there are multiple social media. It totally depends on you where you want to be active. So when people ask me which social media they want to be active on, I will say that it depends on your interest and what your target audience is. So if you are a young chartered accountant, you may feel that Instagram is something from where you are getting your audience. You can be active on Instagram, put videos there. Twitter and LinkedIn, I would say, are used by everyone, and I would recommend we should definitely have a Twitter and LinkedIn account, irrespective we are having all the other accounts or not. Social media branding mein wahi hai, you use social media to brand yourselves. In the next slides, I will discuss about few social media and quick strategies and why it is important to be on those social media. And I'm sure people who are active on Twitter, LinkedIn, they will agree to it that they get really good brand. So I am very active on LinkedIn. I have some 14,000 followers on LinkedIn. And trust me, when I go in social meets or in professional meets, people tell me that they have seen my post on LinkedIn or they have seen my tweets on Twitter, which have been helpful to them. And that is how I've started building my brand. काफी बार ऐसा होता है कि if there are updates, people talk within themselves की, or maybe it could be clients also, कि हाँ मतलब कुछ update आया है, श्रद्धा के LinkedIn पे जाओ, उसने definitely डाला होगा, and then they keep sharing that post. So that is how you are building a brand for yourselves without you doing anything. You are just regularly updating, posting on various social media, and that will help you build a brand. Relevant provisions of code of ethics. Again, mention of name I've discussed earlier. Prefix CA is allowed, but you should use it with authority. Appearing on e-media, including internet, is allowed. Members may appear on television, films, and internet and agree to broadcast in videos, etc. Special qualifications relevant to the subject matter may also be given in such media. Whether he may write or must be not promotional. Whatever you speak, whatever you write should not be promotional of anything that you are doing. So that is something we should definitely take care about. I'm sure most of us are very active on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, again, it's such a huge topic. If given a chance, I can go on and on LinkedIn and discuss various strategies on LinkedIn. But considering the time, of course, I maybe someday later I will take a full session on LinkedIn. But here today I'm discussing few strategies we as professionals may or may not know that ये भी होता है LinkedIn में. So just give me a minute. I'm sharing my whole screen. Yeah. So firstly we will talk about having a background image on LinkedIn. So I'm going to open LinkedIn here. We'll see some. So मेरी profile में. So if you see, all of us would have like a professional photo here. But ये जो पीछे आप background image देख रहे हो, when I've written what exactly I do, who I am, all of that feature is something on LinkedIn which we as professionals are not aware about. And we should definitely start using that background photo. Reason being, when someone lands on your LinkedIn page, this is the first thing that they will see. यहाँ पे आके and you know visuals speak louder than words do. So यहाँ पे आगे अगर मैंने मेरे बारे में 3-4 चीज ऑलरेडी लिख दी है, there are chances कि वो अट्रैक्ट हो जाते हैं उससे. They may not read everything which is there, but यहाँ से उनको पता चल जाए कि who I am, who exactly. So what I've done is यहाँ पे मैंने speaker वाला when I'm taking a session वो photo डाला है. So people know that I'm someone who likes to speak. यहाँ पे मैंने specifically लिख दिया है that I'm a chartered accountant, or what do I do? I'm a speaker and a trainer, and also I am working in a startup in finance. So they will quickly know what exactly I do with just visuals. And this is the first thing that they see. So this feature is something that when I speak to people, they say that, oh, they didn't even know about it. So it could, you can write something with text, or you can just put a photo which says chartered accountant, or you can put a photo जो आपकी ऑफिस का फोटो है. इट टोटली डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट यू वांट टू पोर्ट्रे. दिस इसका नाम ही है बैकग्राउंड इमेज. सो व्हाट डू यू वांट द फोटो to talk about your background, what your background is, what you want your audience to know your background is something you can put here. And this photo definitely, I've seen many chartered accountants यहाँ पे लिख देते हैं CA. So merely having a CA is not something that I recommend, that you can use it पीछे. यहाँ पे you should have your own photo. That is recommended. Of course, it's personal choice, but that helps potential clients. When they see it, they get comfort that they are connecting to someone whom they have seen on LinkedIn. So that is one feature that we should definitely do. Writing a headline that's you. Most of the time, this headline that you see, that I have so many connects, I am director, co-founder, digital media profiles, whatever. So ये हम काफी बार मैंने देखा है कि लोग लिख देते हैं सिर्फ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट और प्रैक्टिसिंग चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. They have not customized it how they want to. That is not going to help you in long run, because आपका सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइज नहीं हो रहा है. अगर आप स्पेसिफिक चीज यहाँ पे लिखोगे, जैसे कॉन्टैक्ट इन्फो में भी आपको डेफिनेटली सारे आप जहाँ पे भी जो भी रिलेटेड कॉन्टैक्ट है, यू नीड टू प्रॉपरली फिल इन, यू नीड टू एड एवरीथिंग, you need to make sure you are adding your location as well. And as I said, जितना detail आप यहाँ पे लिखोगे, place also I've written Mumbai. So when people go and search chartered accountant in Mumbai, they will get my result in search. Otherwise, they might not get it, because if I just keep this blank, मेरा search engine optimize नहीं हो रहा है. So again, this is one feature that people are not aware about. Headline, as I said, merely don't write practicing chartered accountant. Be detailed as you want to be, so that people know what exactly you are doing. But avoid using words like expert in something. You can write GST on healthcare services in background, but do not write expert in GST on healthcare services. That is something which is not allowed. Then we have an option called featured, जहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया है, जो चीज में I have been featured in a good way. So it could be like I've shared screen space with Azim Premji sir. So वो मैंने यहाँ पे highlight किया है. I've written articles for certain places. I've been, so there are times when I have won awards at my office when I was at EY. So all of that I've highlighted here and kept it in featured option. So वो दिख के आता है. So we have kept, I've seen many chartered accountants keep this blank. So that is not something, I mean, there is an option. So I would recommend that you make the best use of it. It could be any small or big achievement, but you can highlight it here. Then we will go down. Again, this is the about section of LinkedIn. About section में one tip that I always speak is write it in I format, me format. So यहाँ पे लोग लिख देते हैं practicing chartered accountant, have been involved in doing this, that. No, if you write it in I format, we format, that we help clients or we do this, that makes someone who is visiting your profile very confident in you. And this can be anything that is attractive. You can keep it, and again, make sure कि आप जो services दे रहे हो, जो आपने maybe website पे list की है, that is something that you put it here also in some or the other way, so that your search engine optimization on LinkedIn becomes better. So you can write, and यहाँ पे you can select what to do. But this feature, just don't make it very cut short and just write, okay, practicing chartered accountant with so many years of experience. All of that is not recommended. I would suggest take out some time, give one day to LinkedIn, revamp the LinkedIn profile, and trust me, it is going to help you. And when we'll talk about other features also. So summary, we spoke about detailing your past experience. यहाँ पे जितना detail लिखोगे, all of that is going to help you a lot. Whatever you write, I mean, so if you see, मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है what I did, what were the results. If you can be specific, say if you are a CA in job, you can be specific here. So I said with my due diligence, I've been able to save 30% of overheads by redesigning policies. जितना आप specific लिखोगे, someone who is reading will be very attracted to your profile. So this is something that we don't do. हम सिर्फ यहाँ पे डाल के छोड़ देते हैं, एंड यहाँ पे मैंने पर्पसली ऐड नहीं किया सो दैट आई कैन शो पीपल. मैंने डाल दिया कि ओके आई एम डायरेक्टर, ओके, बट व्हाट आई हैव डन, सो दैट इज समथिंग दैट यू शुड डेफिनेटली राइट, जैसे मैंने नीचे एग्जांपल दिया है. Then getting recommendations is something that we as a chartered accountant have not really used. Adding licenses and certifications. आपने WIRC ICAI से कोई certification course किया, you can anytime and every time put it here. I have done some 8 kind of licenses and certifications. I have added it here. So people who are visiting know कि हाँ इसने ये certification किया है, तो a potential client or say potential employer will know that they can approach you because you have done so many things outside work or outside just doing chartered accountancy. If you are volunteer part of any committee anywhere, you can again put it here. That is something which will make sure that people know what you are doing outside work, which is volunteering. It could be an NGO or professional networks that you are into. You should definitely add more and more skills possible that will also improve your search engine optimization. So you should add skills that define you and highlight skills. जैसे मैंने first 3 skills में लिखा है corporate finance, financial statements, indirect taxation. You have an option here to highlight skills that you want to. So that will definitely highlight it here. You should give and take recommendations. So clients के पास जाके आप recommendations मांग नहीं सकते, but if they give you recommendation, that is definitely something that you can accept it here. जब recommendation कोई लिखता है, make sure you at least have 3 to 4 recommendations, and also you give recommendations. So when people come and read about it, so say my senior had written something about me. So if an employer is approaching me and when he reads all this, he will be very happy to approach me because he will be like, oh, Shraddha के past senior ने उसके लिए कुछ लिखा है, तो I'm sure she would be doing really good. So she's amazing at her job, and like, so make sure that you take recommendations from people. That was definitely going to help you some way or the other. Then there are publications. So I would like to highlight and thanks WRC team again once again, because they had given me this opportunity last year to write or have a publication on digital branding for professional growth, which was published by WMEC committee. So if you have written an article which is published in some journal or anywhere else, you should definitely highlight it here so people know what exactly you are doing outside work or how, and this will definitely help you build brand in long run. So I've written something on podcasting, then I've written my own blog which says financial lessons from Bollywood comedy movies. So there are various places where I have published my articles, and वो सब मैंने यहाँ पे highlight किया है, so people know what exactly I'm doing. Now I've also added honors and awards. मुझे कहीं पे अगर awards and honors मिले हैं, so again that is something which you should definitely put it here. People, this will help you build brand in very long run, and of course in short run also. For quick, when you put honors and awards here, people will recognize you. Okay, oh, you have won award for this and that. So these features are something that we as a chartered accountants have never used, and when we go in depth about it, we will know this could also be used. And if you plan to have your firm page also, firm page has so many other options which are for a company page that you should again use. Just one feature I would like to highlight, which many of us on LinkedIn are not aware about, is you can anytime download your profile as well from here. So कभी कोई बोलता है ना कि आपका प्रोफाइल भेज दो, and say if you are someone who is into job, what you can do is more and save to PDF, or you can select build your resume. When you save to PDF, वो quickly यही चीज PDF में convert कर देंगे, and people are ready to view it with a click of it, or you can decide to build it on yourself. So यहाँ पे what you can do is upload your resume or create your own profile, or select your and save to PDF. So when say your professional clients ask you for profile, see this is how my LinkedIn downloaded profile will look. वो अपने आप दे देता है. So अगर कोई आपसे quickly मांग रहा है कि आपका LinkedIn profile भेजो, if you do not want to give a link to it, you can use this amazing feature that many of us are using. Then we have Twitter strategies. Many professionals again are very active on Twitter, and Twitter से भी trust me, the popularity, the brand that you get on Twitter is very quick. You will never know when your tweet will become viral and you would become the hero of the professional. So if you are regular in tweeting, मेरा एक tweet इतना viral हो गया था, and suddenly I got like hundreds and 200s of followers in a single day. But that doesn't happen, in a moment. You have to be regular and start building a brand. So follow profiles of your field. So now I'm just sharing few strategies on Twitter. There are various other strategies on all social media, but I've selected few of it that can help you. So follow profiles of your field. It becomes, whether it's LinkedIn or Twitter, just being content consumer will not help you. You should also be a content creator, and also क्रॉस कमेंट ऑन अदर्स पोस्ट. अगर मैं आज लिंक्डइन पे एक्टिव हूँ, मैं सिर्फ अपने बारे में लिखने जा रही हूँ, बट इफ आई एम नॉट इंटरैक्टिंग ऑन अदर्स पोस्ट, और इफ आई एम नॉट कमेंटिंग ऑन अदर्स ट्विटर पोस्ट, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प मी. एंड कमेंटिंग ऑन अदर्स पोस्ट हैज रियली हेल्प मी, बिकॉज एक बार मैंने आनंद महिंद्रा सर ने कुछ ट्वीट किया था, एंड आई कमेंटेड समथिंग विच वॉज वेरी रेलेवेंट. In no matter of time, the tweet got so many likes and views because he has a very large audience, and people who saw the comment found it useful, and all of his followers thought it's very useful, and they started resharing it, retweeting it. So you never know कब जाके कभी भी आपका ट्वीट वायरल हो सकता है, but you need to be active and also be a content creator and consumer. आपको बाकी लोग के tweets में भी interact करना है. And you know what I mean, just giving an example, after this session what you can do is you should start tagging influencers. So since Preeti ma'am has organized this session, after the session, say on Twitter or LinkedIn, you can just put a snippet of it and tag her, saying that this has been thank you Preeti ma'am for arranging this session, and maybe you can tag me that this session was taken by Shraddha, CA Shraddha Dedia, and these are the two learnings from the session which helped me a lot. Trust me, हमारे इतने followers है, you will never know when your brand may start building. So it could happen, could not happen, but in long run it will definitely happen. And even if not, if we go and like that post, so हमारे जो followers है उनको भी पता चलता है that there's some person called XYZ who attended this session, and they may just notice you, and ऐसे ऐसे ही ब्रांड डेवलप होता है, एंड नेटवर्किंग होता है. सो फॉर प्रोफेशनल्स, नेटवर्किंग इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट ब्रांड दैट वी हैव, एंड दिस इज हाउ वी कैन बिल्ड ब्रांड दैट वी वांट टू. So I would definitely suggest after the session, you should tag Preeti ma'am and I'm the committee members here who are present here who have taken so many efforts and put one or two takeaway from this session that you never knew before, uh, either on LinkedIn or Twitter. And trust me, it will help you build a brand in long run. Again, your own profile and bio should be very professional. So if you are wanting to use Twitter as a professional place, there are there are two things. So I may have my brand, my firm page जहाँ पे मुझे सिर्फ firm related topics लिखना है, and I have a personal Twitter account जहाँ पे I will reshare my firm's post, but I will also put some because I like cricket, I like Bollywood, तो वो सब भी मैं share करती हूँ in my own Twitter page. बट मैं क्या करती हूँ, मेरा जो फर्म पेज होगा, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जांपल, आई एम इनटू जॉब सो आई डोंट रियली हैव अ फर्म पेज, आई एम गिविंग एन एग्जांपल. बट मेरा फर्म पेज होगा तो मैं वहां से रेलेवेंट अपडेट शेयर करूंगी मेरे पर्सनल पेज पे, बट फर्म पेज विल बी इंडिपेंडेंट. मेरे पर्सनल पेज पे आई वांट टू राइट एनीथिंग and everything, but if I am writing something which can bring disrepute to the profession, that is not something I would recommend. But using a prefix is allowed, but make sure you use it with responsibility. Hashtags are in trend on Twitter. So अगर कोई भी so say आज अगर CA final का result आया, and if I'm using the hashtag that is going on CA results, my tweet will appear in the search results. So make sure you use hashtags, share regular updates and links with your contacts, and regularly tweet about the special area and tag. So basically what I'm trying to emphasize is, whether it's Twitter, LinkedIn or any social media, आपका जो expertise है उसके बारे में जो knowledge sharing post होते हैं वो आप regularly update करते रहो. Only then people will recognize you as someone who is expertise into all this, and you will build your brand. So make sure if you are GST, if you're expert in GST and healthcare services, you're providing that services, Twitter, LinkedIn पे आप regular updates देते रहो. So people will know कि हाँ भाई ये हमेशा healthcare के बारे में बोलता है. I'm sure he's an expert into this, and they may approach you in long run. So again, you are not violating because you are not selling your services. आप यहाँ वहां जाके ऐसा नहीं लिख सकते कि ये वाले services हमसे आके लो, but you are just writing, giving them important updates which will make them think that you are an expert into something in providing some services. I've taken this example because I didn't want to take a CA example because we are in the same profile thing. So I have JMJ and Associates is a company secretary, and just given the highlights of the brand that they have, and basically highlighting what Twitter is a trendsetter, and if you have fame, avoid direct selling, all of that. So there are multiple strategies to use Twitter. Now we will move on to Facebook. Facebook again is something that not everyone is using for professional networking, but it's something which is also not avoidable because there are millions of users on Facebook. So and of course हमारे family वाले दूर दूर के family रिश्तेदार होते हैं Facebook में. So we also want to make sure that they are aware about it कि क्या चल रहा है, and उनको उनसे जो नेटवर्किंग होता है वो बहुत काम आता है. So Facebook पे you can have your own firm page, be interactive, regularly share important updates on your page. Preferably either it's Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter. Every now and then, regularly you should have an update with an image that attracts people and helps you build a brand. अगर आप बोल रहे हो कि इनकम टैक्स फाइल करने के 4 बेनिफिट्स है, वही चीज अगर आप एक पिक्टोरियल फॉर्मेट में डाल देते हो कि व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ फाइलिंग इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न, इमेज में डाल देते हो, तो वो people will share it more because they like seeing the visual, they like colorful things. So वही चीज आप पोस्ट में डालोगे तो उसको शायद इतने रीशेयर नहीं मिलेंगे, बट इमेजेस को मिलते हैं. सो यू शुड preferably support audios and visuals with your post. Rest, I'm sure all of us are expert on Facebook and you all know strategies very well. Now, Quora is something that we as a chartered accountant have not really used well. So हम लोग Quora पे जाते हैं, हम वहां पे जाके सिर्फ कंटेंट लेते हैं, कंटेंट जनरेट नहीं करते हैं. This is something which I would suggest as a practicing CA, or even if you are not a practicing CA, if you are just into someone who is into job, if you want to build a brand. I'll give an example. कोरा में आज अगर किसी ने लिख दिया, क्वेश्चन लिखा है that मेरी कंपनी ने इतना टर्नओवर क्रॉस किया, am I liable to register under GST? अब आप क्या कर रहे हो, वहां पे सिंपली जाके उनको एक आंसर दे दो कि एज पर GST एक्ट सो एंड सो प्रोविजन इतना टर्नओवर क्रॉस होता है, तो यू आर लाइबल टू रजिस्टर अंडर GST. Even though if you have any more queries, you can connect with me. I will be happy to answer your queries. No, you are not selling your services. You are just telling him कि हाँ, you are liable to register under GST. आपने you went there with an intention to help. उसने आपको reach out किया कि thank you, I saw that, I saw your message, and you never know कि you can later tell him that, you cannot directly tell him, but he will come to you and tell you, since you helped me out, can you also help me make GST registration? So, and trust me, I have spoken to people who are active on Quora, who are practicing chartered accountants. They have come to me that वो जब जाके help करते हैं, लोगों के queries resolve करते हैं, and just go with an intention to help people and not sell services, तो काफी बार ऐसा होता है कि उनको बहुत सारे टाइम वो कन्वर्ट होके they turn into their clients. So be active on Quora, because Quora is something that we practicing chartered accountant have not started using as content creator. हम सिर्फ वहां जाके आंसर पढ़ते हैं, और अगर आपका आंसर रीशेयर होने लगा, it becomes the top answer, you never know what brand it will create, say in a year or two. So it may not be quick, but definitely in long run you will understand कि wow, Quora से मुझे बहुत सारे फायदे हो गए. So go to Quora, have a profile on Quora, and make sure that you go there and help people. You will definitely see results in the long run when you start using Quora. And I'm not like bluffing this, but I've spoken to quite few chartered accountants who had seen this PPT 2 years back, and now they've come to me saying that Quora se unko yearly 1 or 2 clients convert हो जाते हैं, because they just go there and answer questions कि हाँ, इसका impact ये है, इसका income tax impact ये है. But if you have queries, reach out to me. WhatsApp strategies we all are aware about. You should join groups, circulate updates, participate in discussions, and share links. WhatsApp is something that all of us are master into. So वो भी use करना है to build your brand. But WhatsApp for business is again something that I will highlight here. If you are a practicing CA, if you have like your own firm, you should consider having your WhatsApp for business account, because it keeps your professional life different from your personal life. It has amazing features, trust me, which can help you build brand. So वहाँ पे एक तो आप business timings लिख सकते हो. You can have an auto reply option. So someone has reached out to you saying a hi. You can tell them, oh, hi, currently we are not working because it's already 7 p.m. We will reach out to you tomorrow. Or maybe you can select any auto reply option that you want to. Option to upload catalog. So we cannot upload catalog and sell services, but जो WhatsApp में catalog option है, वहाँ पे I always share this strategy. What you can do is वहाँ पे आप important updates के images बना के share करते रहो. उससे क्या होगा? You are not selling anything. You are just sharing updates. But जैसे ही कोई new notification आया, उसको download करके वहाँ डाल दो. So when my potential clients want to know कि भाई क्या चल रहा है, they will click on my catalog option और उनको दिखेगा कि हाँ, इसने GST catalog में ये सारे notifications add किए हैं, income tax catalog में ये सारे due dates. आजकल लोग catalog में due dates का भी एक folder डाल देते हैं, wherein they will say these are the due dates. So that becomes very helpful for you, because if they have silly questions, they will not come and keep calling you. वहाँ पे उनको answers मिल जाते हैं. And also they can internally speak कि हाँ यार, अगर मुझे due dates देखने हैं, I think इसके WhatsApp में मुझे जल्दी दिख जाएगा. If I go and search on Google, उसमें time लगेगा, but इसके WhatsApp में सब लिखा हुआ है, WhatsApp for business में. So let me just go to his catalog and see. So do not sell services on catalog, but you can use it with the strategies that I told you, so that it becomes easy for you, your clients, or your potential clients. You can use label to prioritize work. WhatsApp for business में there are labels available. अगर आपके client ने आपको एक से question पूछ दिया कि इसका जवाब मुझे कब तक मिलेगा, consultancy, or by when will you send this report. So you can label that immediately with a red label. So आगे आपको पता चलेगा कि हाँ रेड लेबल वाले जो भी थे वो मुझे एक्शन करना है कल ऑफिस जाके, जो हो गया उसको आप ग्रीन कर सकते हो. So I mean these are just strategies. You may not use it, but this will help you to make life easy. And in long run, of course, you are developing brand using catalog options or other options that WhatsApp for Business has. These are quick strategies again, which I have highlighted. Activate standard message, use labels, communication address और वो सब बहुत specifically लिख दो, because that will help someone who want to reach out to you well. You can use catalog features again. I discussed this earlier. Post office hours, you can keep your life separate. Now, I mean, we spoke about social media. So I tried and covered most social media which are actively used by people and few which are not used but which are useful for us. लेकिन बहुत सारे सोशल मीडिया है, Pinterest है, there's Instagram, there are a lot of other social media which you may choose to use in the way that suits you. Sorry. Now we'll move to content branding. Content branding is a strategic approach focused on creating and distributing. So basically content branding kya hai? So you are writing somewhere or the other. It could be blog, it could be writing something on social media or in actual physical or physical or virtual journals or anything. उससे आप कैसे अपना brand बना सकते हो is what content branding is all about. There are provisions from COE जो publication of books, articles और presentation पे है, which you should definitely refer to, which will give you an idea that what should be done and should not be done so that you do not violate code of ethics. Content branding mein one thing that you should remember is whether you use a journal, book, any kind of content that you select to put your article on, consistency will help. आज आपने एक टॉपिक पे स्टार्ट कर दिया कि मुझे एक टॉपिक पे स्टार्ट करना है, तो नेक्स्ट मंथ से अगर आपने वो बंद कर दिया so that will not help you. Like be consistent, be prepared before you actually begin. And when I'm talking this, I would like to really appreciate the whole committee, women's empowerment committee जो पहले था, and now young and women, youth and women excellence committee, who has been so consistent with their sessions every week. Consistency is the king. And now, I mean, trust me, I'm telling you, this committee in itself has become a brand. बिकॉज इतना कंसिस्टेंटली मुझे मेल आता है एवरी वीक, आई नो कि यहाँ पे ये सेशन चल रहा है, वो सेशन होने वाला है. सो कंसिस्टेंसी विल गिव यू विजिबिलिटी एंड विजिबिलिटी विल हेल्प यू बिल्ड अ ब्रांड. सो राइट कंसिस्टेंटली, व्हेन यू आर बिल्डिंग राइटअप्स, मोर एंड मोर ट्रैफिक जनरेट होता है, वेदर इट्स योर सोशल मीडिया और योर वेबसाइट और एनीवेयर. आप जहाँ पे भी लिखते हो ट्रैफिक जनरेट होता है, विच ऑफ कोर्स इन लॉन्ग रन विल हेल्प यू गेट clients. अगर आज मतलब we know अपने ही profession में we know there are professionals who write on certain specific topics. So when they write on specific topics, they have built a brand. हमारे back of the mind we know that they are excellent in this topic and hence they are writing about it every week or maybe say every month, or they are writing books on it, they are publishing books on it. So that is how it will give you a brand. Results monitor करेंगे तो बहुत अच्छा है. If you are using digital mode writing के लिए, if you are using digital mode, if you are monitoring results, that will help you a lot. Avoid creating boring updates. मतलब आप ऐसा नहीं कि आपको जो आया नीचे नाम चेंज करके आपने अपने फर्म का नाम डाल के फॉरवर्ड कर दिया. That should not be done. So I'll give an example. अगर ड्यू डेट एक्सटेंड हुआ है, you can send a message called due date has been extended. But ठीक है, what else? So you may consider adding something like due date has been extended, but this is clashing with another due date. This could be the repercussions. या इसकी वजह से ये easy हो गया हमारा life, इसकी वजह से ये difficulty आ सकता है. It could be anything. But again, you cannot abuse income tax, you cannot abuse GST, or you cannot speak something that talks bad about them, either on Twitter, LinkedIn, anywhere. you should always respect a government or even institute. And trust me, they are the brand. And if you speak good about them, you will build your own brand, as Preeti ma'am said earlier. So when you are sharing updates, make sure that you are putting it in a better way and not just giving them information. Information ke alawa, you should also consider adding something which could be useful for them. And trust me that they will start circulating. And you should maybe sometimes add FAQs, videos, calculators. FAQs का भी आप content अलग से लिख सकते हो, videos डाल सकते हो, campaign, email campaigns or something. But again, email campaigns वो सिर्फ full मोटे होता है, so it becomes a little risky. So I would not suggest कि वो करो. But tax guides, FAQs, etc. You could definitely think about it and consider using it. And again, एक ही चीज पे आप लिखते रहोगे, as I said, showcase your firm's deep expertise within a topic. एक ही चीज पे लिखते रहोगे तो that will help you build a brand. Infographics आपको पहले बताया that if you want to tell people what are the benefits of filing income tax return, अब ये चीज लिख के भेजोगे या लिख के अपलोड करोगे तो they may not find it useful. But यही चीज अगर pictorial format में है तो it will attract, and ये लोग ज्यादा फॉरवर्ड करेंगे या ज्यादा लाइक करेंगे या इंटरैक्ट ज्यादा करेंगे इस पे, और ऐसे ही आपका ब्रांड बिल्ड होगा ऑन वेरियस सोशल मीडिया. And once you publish a write-up, you should consider sending an email to the newsletter list, publish it on social media, make a video. You can consider making a video or record it as a podcast and put it on social media accounts. You can ask your relevant team members to also put it on various social media accounts so that इससे आपका brand बनेगा. And nowhere you are kind of marketing, but you are just sharing updates, what you've done. Audiovisual branding is the last thing here, which I will talk about. So audiovisual branding is attention grabbing for sure. आप ऐसा mode use कर रहे हो जहाँ पे either verbally or through videos, people are seeing you and you are building a brand for yourself. It gives you a chance to tell a story in a better way. Because when I speak here, मुझे और कुछ याद आया तो वो भी मैं आके बोलूंगी. When I'm writing, again, it has another, like, also that has very good audience. When I'm speaking, again, it has different audience. So all of this has to be done. For branding, you may select what is something that you want to do, what you are good at. And it helps you pass on better information. These are the relevant provisions in Code of Ethics. जहाँ पे public interviews में क्या करना चाहिए, it has been mentioned how your educational video should be, appearance on e-media, and how you can organize training, seminars, webinars, etc. for your staff. I've just highlighted it here. You should read it in depth, analyze it, and then start using these social media. Do not neglect what is there in Code of Ethics, because that is something we should always be following. Hosting webinar will help you. One mode of social media branding, audiovisual branding, is hosting webinars, because when I'm hosting webinars, it helps me showcase myself as an expert in that field. It is an indirect way of soft sales, because I cannot directly sell, but आज अगर कोई आके आपके पास कोई topic में बोलता है, तो indirectly the audience will know that they are expert into all that. शायद वो services भी बहुत अच्छा करते होंगे, और synergy options भी मिल सकता है. If they are not doing that services, they may come to you. That I had a client who had query on this services. You never know, networking or synergy options may also come up with all that. It has global reach. Now, I'm in Mumbai. I know people here are from some other cities. And I'm very glad that because of this webinar, I can reach out to people globally. Interaction becomes easy, यहाँ पे we connected well. Webinars or seminars में one-to-one interaction होता है. So that helps you build a brand for yourself. So when I'm writing, people may not see my face, because तभी शायद they read about me, they know me well, but when I'm speaking, again, it builds another kind of brand, because audiovisual में they see me, they hear me, तो अलग type का brand बनता है. When I go somewhere, they may meet me in a function and they may tell me, oh, I had seen you and now I know that, oh, I'm very happy to meet you. So, audiovisual has that benefit over traditional way. And lastly, of course, it's the new trend. People are using webinars or maybe YouTube videos. So it will again help you in long run. YouTube, many of us, many of chartered accountants have started using, and these are few strategies: creating a YouTube channel for business, uploading and scheduling videos. YouTube के specifications होते हैं, वो follow करके video upload करोगे तो you will get good reach and good branding. Optimizing your videos, जब आप description लिखते हो, again make sure you are writing what is there in the video and not just leaving it, educational video 1, educational video 2. No, you have to be specific with the topic. तब जाके जब कोई search करेगा तो आपका video दिखेगा. And optimizing your channel also. The channel name could be optimized. You should write words that are rich in bio. You may have a call to action there. All of that will help you build brand on YouTube. Twitter Spaces and Clubhouse, again something जो बीच में बहुत ट्रेंड में था. अभी now again people are not using it that much, but I'm just like casually discussing here because you all should know. Twitter Spaces may all come together. We speak, we interact. It's like a meeting only, one-to-one meeting. सब साथ में कोई एक टॉपिक में आके बोलते हैं. But it gives a very good visibility and brand because अगर आज Twitter Spaces पे 10 लोग आके बोल रहे हैं, everyone else know that these 10 people, are speaking something which they may be expert into, and hence you will in long run build a brand. Because आज 10 लोग Twitter Spaces पे आके बात कर रहे हैं, उनके जितने भी followers हैं, they can see that they are on Twitter Spaces online, and they can, join that, hear them, and they can also participate with them. This will help you to build a brand in long run. Again, these days Clubhouse जब आया था तभी it was a sensation. Now it has gone off topic, but we never know कि आगे जाके फटाफट वो भी कभी बन सकता है. Similarly with podcast, podcast is something that all of us now have started using, or maybe we say that audio files. So आप जब कोई टॉपिक बोलते हो उसी का ऑडियो फाइल बना के अपने पेज पे या यूट्यूब पे या कहीं पे डाल दिया, it becomes convenient for the reader because they might not get time to read in train or bus, but अगर मैं कार ड्राइव कर रही हूँ तो मैं वही चीज का आपने जो ऑडियो अपलोड किया that I can easily listen to, and it will help you build a brand in a way. Audible gives you option to put your podcast or audio files. There are various other, Amazon Music में भी option है जहाँ पे आप अपने podcast और audio files डाल सकते हो, and you can share it with people saying that ये topic पे मैंने जो लिखा था उसी का मैंने audio file बनाया, or maybe I have started making audio files on specific topics so that people are aware. अब you can select कि जितना भी notification आएगा in a month, I will record an audio of it, what are the implications, and put it, and then keep sharing with my network. So that I'm telling you, in next 5 years, audio mode would be something that everyone would be definitely preferring because it's very convenient. So अगर आप आज से start करोगे, अगर 5 साल बाद वो trend में आ गया, in better trend, so you were already someone who had initiated it earlier, so तब तक तो आप already brand बन चुके होंगे. So that is something that you may consider doing. And there are networking guidelines which are laid by ICI. That is also something that you should read about. I'm just highlighting it here, but आपको वो read करना है. That will help you understand how better you can network. So we always think that code of ethics ऐसी जगह से आया है कि we cannot do this, do that. But instead, when I read code of ethics, what I thought is ये कर सकते हैं, ये नहीं कर सकते हैं. So ये कर सकते हैं पे मैंने ज़्यादा concentrate किया, and I made these strategies. And I've been taking this session since last 2-3 years, and people have come and told me that it has been very useful for them. And with this, I would like to, I wanted to make this session very interactive, and I would like to now maybe pass it on to the, I'm so sorry, others, if they have any questions, or if, we want to interact in some way, or maybe one key takeaway that people want to share. Anything, I would be very happy to discuss here. So I would like to know from the coordinators, moderators, one key takeaway that they had from this session, or something that they thought in this session was helpful to them, because we can interact live here on the video.
So thank you so much, C. Shraddha ma'am. It was amazing to watch you. I'm sure everyone had a wonderful insight on brand building using social media. So just for everyone, I would like to ask that you can put all your queries in the Q&A box, so we could put them forward before Shraddha ma'am. And to answer your question, ma'am, so personally, I would say the Quora session, the Quora part was something very new that I learned about. It was only the first time I came to know that Quora is also a good way to create your digital brand. So that was a key takeaway for me today.
Thank you. So I think, after every session, what I get to know is Quora and Google My Business. This is something that people are not very aware about. And they will always come and tell me after the session that they made a Google My Business account and they've started seeing traffic on it without
Okay.
violating code of ethics. And LinkedIn
Understood.
strategies, Twitter strategies are something that we quickly discuss because again, it's a very huge topic. But having a background image on LinkedIn is something that we should make use of. And more importantly, building brand on all these social media. So I'll be very
Yeah.
happy to answer questions that we have.
Yeah. So I and my friend CA Kenil Shah would like to put them one on one before you. So
Sure.
I'll just start with the first question. So the first question is, ma'am, can we use the CA logo in our WhatsApp status?
Yeah, there's no restriction on using a CA logo. But as I said, and I've been repeating it, if you are using it, make sure that there's something that you do not pass political comments on keeping status which are political. So there's no restriction to answer this. Just use it with responsibility.
Okay.
Yes, I would start with saying that the key takeaway for me was that we can download our entire profile of LinkedIn. That was something I did not know earlier. So yes, that was the key takeaway. I will start with the questions.
Yeah.
So Shreya Jain from Pune asks that if we are in job, are we supposed to think about building a brand for ourselves on social media? Is the social media presence and visibility
Of course. I mean, so to answer this, I would like to tell Shreya, right?
Yes.
Shreya, even I am into job and over the years, the brand that I've built being into job is something that makes me happy, my family happy because, even my husband is a CA and when he goes to his office, he meets other CA, they will tell him that, oh, I think you are Shraddha's husband because I've seen on social media. So he comes and he tells me that he's very proud of me. So it could be with your family members also. So building a brand is for everyone, whether you are into practice or into job.
So the next question is from Mr. Tushar Goenka from Assam. So Mr. Tushar asks, can we post advertisements or upload the services provided or the products that are provided in Google My Business account?
You should not post it in a way that you are selling them. You cannot write prices against it. You cannot write something which says we are selling these services, come and take. You can list it as service that we are providing services, but do not write it in a way that you are selling it. Definitely not.
Venkat Satya Chitela from Vishakhapatnam asks, is use of a prefix "ye" allowed as per code of ethics on social media like Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, etc.?
Definitely, it is allowed. Again, there is no restriction in using prefix "ye" on any social media. But if you are using it, you need to make sure that you do not write something which can bring disrepute to the institute.
Profession.
Yeah. So definitely allowed. There's no question about it.
Okay.
Right.
So the next question is from Mr. Tarun Kumar Koteja from Kolhapur. So he asks, if we have a firm page on our Facebook or Insta account, and can we ask our followers to follow back for updates? So what I think is, he is asking, does that fall under the pull model?
No, because you are asking to follow the page. You are not asking to avail services from you.
Okay.
Right? So you can ask. So sorry. To follow the page, but never go and ask them that follow our page so that you will know that we sell services. SSR is not allowed, so do not do that.
Okay.
Yes, Chetna Goyal from Delhi asks how to use Instagram more efficiently and what videos to put in Instagram to build brands.
So, if you want to build your brand as a profession, definitely you should select a topic, a niche, begin with that first. So if you select topics which says that could be anything like say how to file various GST returns, make short videos. Reels will definitely help you on Instagram. So make reels have some limit on the minutes that you use, and the shorter you keep on Instagram will help you, because that is how it will like people will keep sharing it. And what else you can do is like now, because I work in a influencer marketing agency, I had the finance there. I know what you can do is the real videos or audios which are in trend. You can use the background music of that audio, because that will come in the search result. You
Trending.
can, yeah, and you can use tips which are highlighted as text. So you can, आपके screen पे tips highlight होता है text में that you can what are the benefits of filing income tax return. So 1, 2, 3, 4 essay. So if you do it in that way on Instagram, that will boost your post.
Okay. Just to update you, ma'am, in the Q&A box, we have a lot of compliments and for the
Thank you.
sessions.
Thank you so much.
So one of the next question is, are the rules that you mentioned above, are these applicable to CA who is not holding a COP?
So I'm not getting this question specifically. What does the question actually mean? But I think Code of Ethics has laid down rules for both, like people who are into practice and not into practice. So they may read it and then accordingly act. What I am not very clear on the question. Maybe if there is a specific question, they can reach out to me on LinkedIn or Twitter, and I will very happy to answer it.
Yes. Deep Desai from Mumbai asks, can we put client testimonials on our website or in our firm profile?
So, okay, this is actually very debatable. So if you ask me, if the client gives you testimonials, I suggest if you have a Google My Business account, ask them to put it there, because that is again visible. On website, I would not recommend, but then there is, not specific law which says yes or no. I mean, it's very debatable. So just to be safe, ask your clients can put it on Google reviews. Even that is a testimonial only. Or maybe they can give you recommendations on LinkedIn, which you can accept. Keep your website clean is something that I would suggest.
Okay. I think these were the questions. Kenil, am I missing out on anything?
No, I think there's just one question: how to create a website and monetize it. I don't think it is relevant. So nothing.
Monetize is not even allowed for us.
Right. Yes.
So not recommended.
Exactly.
So yes, nothing more.
Monetization on any of the modes is ideally not allowed. You be on the mode. So I have got questions that YouTube पे काफी लोग monetize करते हैं. But I would not suggest you do it. You be on YouTube to build a brand, and that brand will long term help you get clients. But do not go there with the intention to monetize your videos.
Okay.
Or have paid posts.
Okay. So these were the questions, ma'am. Thank you so much for answering, and thank you so much for a wonderful session. I think Deep will be leading ahead.
Thank you, Kevin. First of all, a huge thank you to Shraddha. Despite your health issues and all your family contingencies, you have been able to take an excellent session. And I'm sure when we began, we had almost 600, 700 plus participation. And I'm sure with the time that must have gone above 1,000 as well. I don't have the latest numbers with me, but I'm sure the way this session, I've obviously attended this session of yours earlier as well, and it is always refreshing to just sit and listen to you say. And I think Kenil mentioned in the start that, no, I think Kevin did that Quora part.
Yes.
Was, I think,
Yes.
it was a real eye opener, not only for us, but I'm sure for the participants as well. And
Yes.
a lot of myths have been busted today for the young chartered accountants, that how do you brand yourself. हम इंस्टाग्राम लिंक्डइन पे देखते हैं कि भैया सिर्फ इन्फ्लुएंसर्स हैं, तो बस श्रद्धा इज आवर फ्रेटर्निटीज इन्फ्लुएंसर. एंड it has been a pleasure listening to you, Shraddha. Thank you so much.
My
On
pleasure.
behalf of the committee, on behalf of ICAI, we thank you for enriching and a wonderful session, and I'm sure it has been a value accretive to all our participants today. Thank you.
I would like to thank the committee for giving me this opportunity. And it's indeed a pleasure to be connected with everyone and share knowledge with everyone here. And I would like to wish the committee all the best, because this is the stepping stone. And I'm sure the committee will be doing very well. It has been doing over the past year, and I'm very happy to be connected with everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shraddha.
Thank you so much, Shraddha.